Okay, I wanted to give an update on my daughter's cancer battle. Okay, so in May of 2020, I let y'all know that my daughter had got diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's, whatever you call it, dumbass name, lymphoma cancer. Now, I had been going through a great deal of things because we had a lot of personal issues going on, family, drama, all kinds of shit, and them not respecting what I believe, my spirituality came into play. So, like, it was absolutely the worst experience of my life going through that. Um, my child does not believe in my holistic path. She doesn't believe in my medicine or any of my practices. So, she chose to do the chemo, even though it has extreme side effects. She chose to do the chemo. So, I mean, she's grown. It's her life. There wasn't nothing I could do about it. So one day I went into an ayahuasca trip, and Aya told me that I had control over everything and I could do whatever I wanted. So with my daughter not taking the medicine that me and her grandfather had made for her, my father is deceased. I'll tell y'all about that one day. But me and her grandfather was making this medicine a year in advance before she even got diagnosed. I didn't know that that's what was, was I was making that medicine for. But anyway, after arguing with her and everybody else in my family for a month, I gave up and I said, I gotta remove myself from all this shit because somebody's gonna die. Somebody's gonna die. I knew that, and I just had a lot of rage and anger in me. So when I talked to Aya, she said, it's in my hands. I can choose for her to live and I could choose for her to die. And it's up to me to decide. And I kept asking her, how are you saying it's up to me? What can I do to get rid of my daughter's cancer? And then Spirit said, if she came out of your womb, then that means she is still you. Take the fucking medicine. We know what we know. If we trust our gut, our intuition, we would not live the life that we live the way we are. I took all of the cancer medicine that I was making for all of this time myself. 4 weeks into my daughter's chemotherapy treatment, there was nothing on her scans but smoke. And they kept saying, wow, the chemo worked so quickly, but we're going to have to finish it out for the next 6 months just to make sure. Even then, I had to let my child make her own motherfucking decision to keep going forward with that motherfucking chemo, even though I cleared her shit up 4 weeks later. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to play along. Every 3 months she's coming in and she's like, the scans is good. Everything's looking good. There's nothing showing up. It's just that smoke. She's calling it the smoke. The shadow that's on the scans is the smoke. It's interesting that all you can see is smoke on them scans. Since I am motherfucking fire, I blew that cancer the fuck up quick. 4 weeks. Now, this video probably only going to be up here for about 38 hours before they take it down. Because they don't want y'all to know that. But best believe, women, if you give birth to a child, if that child sits in your womb for a minimum of 4 months, if your blood is feeding their heart, if that child is yours, you decide if they live or die. Period. When Aya told me, I decide. It is something that I've always said to my kids. I decide if you live or die. I decide what type of life you fucking live, not you. You only had the life that I let you have. I tell my kids that shit all the time, and they be like laughing at me and, Mom, you always trying to be all aggressive and talking about you controlling us. It's not about control. It's about a fucking divine contract. And if I say my daughter will not be dying from this cancer that started out in her lungs and spread everywhere through her lymphatic system, how the fuck do that shit spread like that? So they say, and that shit going like that. I did that shit. Ain't no fucking chemotherapy. They had the audacity to say to my daughter, we're going to leave the chemo port in your chest for another year just in case it come back. And I looked at her when she told me that, and I said, you decide. But that motherfucking port better come out your chest. That's the last thing I said. Now, she been fighting me on every fucking thing. On everything. For the last year, she been fighting me. She called me the other day after surgery saying that port was out of her chest. Don't fucking play with me. They want that port in your chest so that shit can seep that trash back in you. So that shit can remind you that you was sick and keep you in that low vibrational thought. Take that shit out, my daughter. Understand this shit. I waited for her to get her confirmation from them damn creeps that told her she had cancer. I needed her to get their confirmation so she could believe that shit. But the only confirmation the fuck is out there is the fact that I, Fadzia Mikael, saved my daughter from fucking cancer myself by taking my medicine myself, sending the healing medicine to my uterus, sending that connection, those cords that nobody can see, those cords that if a baby goes missing before the mom knows, she knows. If a motherfucking child is stuck under a car and the mom lift it up, you think she lifting that shit up with her hands? She lifting that shit up with the cord y'all can't see. It was in a moment when I was outside screaming bloody murder. Who the fuck is taking my child from me? No, bitch. I got pregnant with her at 12 years old. 12 years old. If at 12 years old I said with a conscious motherfucking mind, I will not get an abortion. You deal with it. I don't care how it's making you feel, the people around me. I don't give a fuck about that. But this child is coming. And if I had that kind of willpower at 12 years old, what the fuck you think I got now at 43? Sometimes you just can't even communicate with your kids when they are being disrespectful and ignorant. When they are taking the words, the wisdom, and the ideals from motherfuckers that did not make them. You just gotta walk away and do shit your way. I cured my motherfucking daughter from cancer. I cured my motherfucking best friend husband from COVID. I am. And I'm only telling y'all this shit because you are allowing these people to take your power away from you. Don't. Do not. I am who I say I am. I am Fadzia Mikael, period. And if I say my kids will live, they will. See, you think I'm playing. Not 3 months ago, somebody pulled a gun to my son's head and he walked away. Activate your powers. Okay? Engage with your ancestors. Because when you engage with your ancestors, guns, fires, cancers, none of that shit can touch you. It can't touch you. The only reason why my daughter got that so-called cancer is because when them motherfucking entities tried to get me, they couldn't. Ooh, excuse me. My shaman said, you already know they can't get you. They gotta come for your kids. He told me that before they came for my kids. And in the middle of this shit with my kids, I'm fucking losing it. I'm going crazy. I'm telling my husband, like, you a nut ass nigga. You ain't even fucking fixing this shit. I need you to fix all this shit. Make these portals and take all this shit away because I can't handle it. And he ain't do that shit. So I felt like my husband was being disrespectful to me because the fuck he wouldn't make a portal when I told him to make a portal. Like, I was just going crazy, like, just crazy shit. And then ayahuasca say, you tripping. You tripping. So you either wanted to live or you wanted to die. Which one? I was like, is it that simple? And she laughed and shit at me. I was like, cool. Let me go take this motherfucking medicine real quick. I did that shit. It wasn't even that long. I took my medicine I've been making for a year. Look at God. That's what they say. Look at God. If they only knew you are your own fucking God. But I wanted to let y'all know that my daughter is 100% free of cancer. My daughter is 100% free of the chemotherapy port that was stitched into her chest. That shit's out. And to put a little cherry on top, my daughter said to me the other day, the one who does not believe in anything I believe in. I was talking to my aunt and I heard all this stuff on her and I was like, Auntie, you need to take you a salt bath. Get that out of you. You need a spiritual cleanse. I said, what? You told her what? Nigga. I was like, is that right, sweetheart? What else you tell her? She said, I just be telling her. I told her, I take salt baths to get all that negative energy off me. And I just couldn't help but laugh. I couldn't help but laugh. But it's okay. Everybody in their own time. The fact that she got it in, she took my motherfucking corona shot. She ain't been sick since she took that shit. Now, I can't believe she took that shit. She was telling my husband that she only got a little bit left of the shot. And he was telling me, I was like, what you mean she took it? Because I always give her the medicine. She just don't take it. But she took that corona shot. I make this corona prep. It's real concentrated, heavy medicine, ancient medicine. And I have a whole bunch of them in the house, and I just have them there in case. And I said, take one for you, take one for your fiance, whatever, and y'all take it every morning until it's gone. A tablespoonful. She ain't been sick yet. And y'all know how our immune system is compromised because of the chemo. So I just wanted to give y'all an update on my daughter's cancer. That is no more. Believe in yourself. Get in the fucking kitchen. Mix up your potions. Make that kitchen witchery magic, yo. It's real. It works. Don't let nobody tell you it don't. Don't let nobody tell you it don't. All I do all day is make magic. Ashe, ashe, ashe.